The purpose of the Living Archive Project is to gather, preserve, and share local history, stories, documents, visual imageries, and memories about the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on Black, Hispanic, Asian, Indigenous, and other minority communities in the Mecklenburg County by means of audio or visual recorded interviews. Today is April 6th, and this week there were 63 reported cases of COVID-19 in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, which shows a 1% decrease in the last 2 weeks, which is why we're not wearing masks. I'm behind the camera. My name is David Whalen. And
my name is Arjun.
All right, great. So Arjun, where's home for you right now?
Right now it's on campus in Charlotte.
Okay,
Right.
Cool. So where are you from?
I'm from Cary, North
Okay.
Carolina.
Cool. And were you born there?
I was born in Chicago.
Okay, cool. So family from Chicago?
Yeah, Midwest area.
Okay. And how long have you been in the Charlotte area?
Less than a year, maybe 6 months since the start of the semester.
Okay.
First semester.
Cool. So can you describe your experience during the last 2 years and more of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, my family's been pretty fortunate, no immediate losses, Honestly, ever since school let out that first time, it's been pretty much a breeze. Opportunity to do whatever I want. I had transportation from bikes to later on cars. It was pretty fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too tough.
Okay. And what do you remember of the early days? What did you do during lockdown?
I think one of the first things I did was actually get a job at a pizza place. I just had time to kill then. So I was like, you know what? Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'd go biking a ton with my friends. Not much to it. I mean, we had online school, but during the early days, that wasn't too much to worry about.
So do you remember how it all came down? What did you think about when you heard the news?
At first I was kind of scared. I was like, dude, what the heck? I don't really understand what's happening. And then I figured at first, because the whole country shut down pretty much immediately, so that means it probably reached the major ports. Where I'm at, Cary, North Carolina, I'm quite far inland, so I'm farther away from the major spots. So I wasn't too worried about it then, but I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that your friendships or family relationships have changed since the pandemic?
Yeah, if anything, my family, we've gotten tighter, just as in more time to kill, more time together. Friends, falling in and out, stuff happens all the time. Don't know if it was mainly attributable to COVID, but probably impacted it some way,
Do you think that there were only friends that you saw in school and then you didn't see them anymore?
Exactly.
And kind of showed you
what
was going on with that? So was there a time that someone stepped in to support you when you were affected by COVID? I know you said it wasn't too hard, but
yeah, no, I mean, you can see examples from school, there's a ton of resources, not only through guidance counselors, but free lunch. That was huge. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about your account missing its payment or whatnot. That stress alone was really nice. Personal help, though, maybe just mentors and stuff, you're going through a tough time. So advice is always nice.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit more about those mentors? How did you find them?
Usually they're just older siblings or friends, maybe a friend's parent, even my own parents or my own older siblings, just people who have more insight than you at the time and whatever you're dealing with. And I'm trying to think of an example of something they walked me through. I think during COVID, I kind of lost some fundamental skills in dealing with people and how to manage my own emotions and not letting my emotions affect how I deal with angry people. And so relearning that, you just kind of need a mentor, someone who can re-show you the steps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and listening is always great.
Mm-hmm.
So can you describe your experience at the height of the pandemic and going out in public? What was that like for you?
Always wore a mask. Honestly, I didn't always wear a mask. Most of my family is pretty pro-mask. My sister especially, and my mom. But then like as time wore on, I just took that stuff off. Uh, that's how it looked physically. How it felt, it wasn't too annoying. It definitely sucked working in a kitchen with a mask,
Oh yeah.
but nothing really too demanding of me.
Mm-hmm. And then the pandemic changed a lot of routines within the whole country. Has any normal routines changed for you during the pandemic?
Oh, I kind of became a slob for a little bit. You know, self care kind of went down the toilet, but that was fine. I wasn't really doing much anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I was only around like my friends and my family, so didn't really care about that. Other routines. I mean, I guess a lot of like social activities just got straight up canceled, right? Or like restricted based off size, if it's like through something official. But maybe there was also, I guess, extracurriculars like
Yeah.
study groups after school or whatnot, tutors, that it seemed to be more like one on one rather than group settings after COVID than versus before COVID,
Yeah.
where you just all be in a giant room.
Mm-hmm. So, what are the challenges you faced during the pandemic, if you can think of it? I know social issues are one of them. You got a job, you have to wear a mask in your job. Is there anything else that was challenging, particularly?
I'm trying to think of it. Luckily, financially, uh, both my parents were doctors, but it also means during COVID, I literally never saw them.
Yeah.
Which, I wasn't complaining back then, but which kind of wish I could see them a little bit more. Mom was always dealing with some person, She's like an actual doctor. My other dad's like a dentist, so he's not really frontline COVID battle.
Your mom was frontline?
Yeah.
Okay.
She worked in a hospital with no insurance, so there's quite a bit of demand there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what are some of the long-lasting consequences of the pandemic that still affect you today?
I'm pretty sure I got COVID like maybe once or twice, and I know like my smelling and like my taste never really returned. Doesn't matter. It's the new normal. I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I also feel like my memory's worse. I don't even know if that's even COVID. That's probably something else. But it seems to have decreased over that time.
Mm-hmm.
You said other challenges that COVID's caused for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or consequences.
Maybe it's kind of ruined my study habits in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like school is so much easier than I thought, and like college, like I mean, some classes are hard here. Don't get me wrong, but like they shouldn't be terribly hard, and I should be more used to them. But like all of high school, like have you ever heard of ungrading?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
high school teachers had that,
Yeah.
which is wild because in high school, like you can't trust these kids at all. There's no stake in it for them.
Yeah.
I still went through with it. I mean, I didn't have to try at all for English for literally 3 years, and then now I'm here and it's still ungrading. So I guess it's gonna just keep on going. And then just like overall study etiquette and that of my peers as well. It's just probably not as high as it is compared to other groups.
Okay. So, what was work like for you during the pandemic? You said you got a job, and it was frustrating to wear a mask. Did you have to work from home at all? Did you do any sales?
Actually, I did. That was like more of a voluntary thing,
Mm-hmm.
I did sales with this company called Cupco. I think you heard of it. It's got good money, but you feel like a scammer for sure. Then there's my very first job during COVID was working in the kitchen for Marco's, delivery driver and whatnot. That was okay. Honestly, that was pretty fun because, that was like the one social interaction when you're with a bunch of kids your age, mainly high school, young college, working in the kitchen. Terrible pay, but it's fun.
So we've gone through kind of the consequences and a little bit of the negative of the pandemic, but what are some good things that you've learned from experiencing the pandemic?
Oh, definitely free time. I've learned like what I want from life, my lifestyle, what I kind of need to get there, and then I was really shaped up to like, wow, I can't really be making like 80K a year, especially where I want to live. I need to make a lot more than that. The best way to do that is just through myself, which I've learned over that time. That's really helped shape up my like life direction, I guess.
It's good. And then, what do you think? How was the process of transitioning over time as restrictions have come and gone? Because one day we'll have masks, and then one day we won't. And I remember, it used to be on and off a lot. This is probably the longest time we've been without masks.
Yeah. Also, I don't really see them returning anytime soon either. But if they do come, that's what it is, maybe like 2 weeks. It's only when I'm inside the public halls. I mean, if they put it onto the dorms, then yeah, I'm going to wear it in the dorms, But the changes during the time period, I guess I kind of viewed them still same as, It wasn't something that would like terribly impede my day,
Mm-hmm.
but.
Okay. And then, pretty big question. How do you think this experience has shaped you as a person?
Not positively.
Not positive. Why
Well,
so?
It's like kind of a mix, It's like a
Okay.
giant like goo of like a paintball grenade,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want half the colors, but I got them anyways. It's like I feel like I could have been like a stronger, more productive person if COVID never happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I'm just not going to get that time back, and I'm not like I'm not going to get those skills back. Those skills can still be developed, but it's just like going to be like more time on my individual part,
Mm-hmm.
which is just annoying.
Yeah. So I mean, you keep going, and I mean, you roll with the punches. So how do you think that you are able to adapt to different situations? Do you think that that could be a positive thing that came out of Corona?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all have that anyways, but like I don't know if Corona made me more versatile. Maybe in some areas that are not exceptionally great but still useful, like I guess sometimes lying. It's not really an awesome skill,
Mm-hmm.
but like to say it's never useful, it's just straight up not true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and if you want to take a look at your hand map here, if you could talk about at least one or two of those journeys that you've been through, and relate them to COVID, and talk about the people that supported you, that would be great.
Yeah. Let's think here. So I'll start with backpacking. This was, I forget exactly which year I did. This is the biggest backpacking trip I've ever done. It was over 12 days. We went to New Mexico. It was for Boy Scouts, this place called Philmont. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's just like super cool. I was like super small back then. I don't know how the hell I did that shit.
Yeah.
But we split the packs in between two people. Everyone has their own pack. I would take all the food. So my pack would range from 47 pounds to about 32. Honestly, it sounds like a lot, but it's really clutch because the more you eat, the less your pack gets.
Yeah.
I really preferred it that way rather than holding the tent and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think someone helped me through that. I was really small back then. I think I was like 5'3", and I was like barely 80 pounds. It was terrible. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But now, I just pretty much people help me through that by like just splitting the weight with me more.
Okay.
It's really kind of stuff. And I remember actually I've like pretty much never shot a gun. I was just never really exposed to that. But over there on the shooting range, they gave me like this old Soviet sniper, and like, dude, this thing is like huge, right? I suck at shooting. Everyone else, you got three free bullets, right? Everyone else like hit those like at least one of the first three. Dude, I didn't hit a single bullet till like my 21st one, and they just gave me all of them for free. It was like super nice. I was like, holy shit. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was really nice.
Were you guys on the Pacific Crest Trail? You said New Mexico, right?
Yeah, New Mexico. This is like this ranch called Philmont. Honestly,
Okay.
like you'd expect it to be all desert, right? But it wasn't. It's like this really lush valley. It's beautiful. Like defied my expectations of New Mexico.
Okay. Cool. And when was that?
That would be sophomore year for me. So
A little
right
bit
at,
before the pandemic, right?
I think that's right at the middle, or like that would be right at nearby the beginning.
Okay. And so was that nice to just kind of get away and do that with your Boy Scouts and
Yeah.
see what's going on there?
Yeah, it was cool. It was like even more seclusion into nature.
Mm-hmm. And then what was it like coming back after that trip?
Well, you're like just glad to have a bed again, you know, AC and stuff. Coming back to the home, kind of like dead society, it was boring,
Yeah.
you know, not really great, but not terrible at the same time. I had a bed again.
Okay.
So,
And then just last question, is there any other stories or anything you want to talk about on your hand map just to end it off?
You want me to talk about one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The beginning of college. Sometimes someone's helped me in the beginning of college. Is like I was in the Thrive program. Like I got pretty lucky to get in, and then there's this really amazing people there. I met pretty good mentors. A person named Nani. They're all good people. Helped me through here. Give me some advice that I wish I listened to more. That's about it.
All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate
No
it.
problem, David.
Yeah.